wedding turned out absolutely amazing, but there were so many things that went on behind the scene that I thought this would be a great video for me to break it down for you guys. Hi everyone, it's Melanie, and if you are here for the very first time, welcome to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. So in today's video, I am going to share with you guys this amazing, over-the-top, gorgeous, beautiful wedding that we recently did, along with some tips and tricks that I learned and how we put out several fires. So without any further delay, grab your pen and paper and let's get started. So I knew the day was going to be challenged when we were met with a fatal accident on the way to the venue. Once arriving to the venue, we found that the layout did not match the sketch that I had sent over. And so we were faced with rearranging the seating area, and we already were behind the 8 ball because of the accident and the entry time into the venue. And so here is the original layout that they had and what it looked like. And so we had to do a little bit of a switcheroo, because once we got it switched, we got ready to lay out the dance floor and realized that they had printed the dance floor improperly. They had the bride's name twice and did not have the groom's name at all. So we decided to go back and change the layout for the third time to compensate for the lack of a dance floor. And then we started to get that set up. And in the meantime, I had my sister, who was also shadowing me as a planner, to start calling around to other locations. You can see her in the background, so that we could try to get another dance floor printed on a Saturday within like 2 to 3 hours. It was very, very, very difficult, to say the least. So this is what that setup looked like. Now, after numerous phone calls, she was able to get a dance floor. We were able to go with the original layout, and these were the results. Did I say that those were the final results? Well, I could not have been more wrong. So if you guys who have an eye for detail, you caught that some of the centerpieces were missing flowers, and there's a great reason why. Those vases on these particular tables were not the correct ones. They could not hold the really heavyweight florals that we had coming, and so the other ones were in our hometown, which was an hour away from the venue. So luckily, we were able to do some really good logistics and planning and get the correct vases to the venue in time to add them, and it absolutely turned out gorgeous. But again, we were challenged with the wreck because it was fatal. It was a very, very long holdup in terms of traffic, and then there were just so many other things that happened. So with that being said, once we got the flowers in place and the backdrop in place and the cake in place, you guys, it was so dreamy. So dreamy. I think this was the perfect wedding for my sister Diara to shadow, because so many different things happened, and I was training a new employee, and so they really got to see a lot of the things that went wrong. It was hard for us to get photos because so many things were missing up until the last minute, and the bride never knew any of this. So now that I'm doing a close-up, you guys can probably see the vases that had the missing florals, but by the time the bride walked through the room, it was absolutely perfect. So let me give you guys that beautiful scenic view.
A faded photograph feels like 100 years ago. that's the way the mind works. We look so bold, like the winners of the league. Don't you know we had it all those summer days? I wonder where you are and if life is good to you. Have you kept your copy from the photo booth that day? Time is a thief. It works fast when you look away. What I'd give to go back there, those summer days. The smell of rain on the pavement brings me to that afternoon. The way you laughed in the pouring rain. Time is a thief. It works fast when you look away. What I'd give to go back there. It was you and me. Don't you know we had it all those summer days? Those summer days.
So there you guys have it. I was so pleased with the way that everything turned out. My clients absolutely loved it. She loved seeing her vision come into fruition. Also, my floral mentor did an incredible job on all of the live florals. You guys, if he ever offers a class, you definitely need to take it. He is just a mastermind. He is a whiz. He is the floral whisperer, and I just can't thank God enough for placing him into my life. The eye for detail is just something that you will grow to incorporate over time in your life, in your business, and it's something that I'm so thankful that my team has been able to really grab hold to. Speaking of that, I want to go over some of the details in this particular layout. So for the head table, I just imagined something really over the top, very detailed. And so I don't know if you guys got to watch the Amazon Live, but these are the acrylic pieces that I purchased, and I monogrammed each of them to make name tags for the bridal party. And I painted them with some acrylic paint, and they turned out absolutely beautiful. Also, I wanted to incorporate all of her colors because it is spring, summer, and the cranberry color can tend to be a little bit dark. I wanted to just use most of the champagne and ivories and blushes, and then I accented the space with the cranberry color, and it just turned out so beautiful. Now, speaking of beautiful, you guys, the tablecloths were absolutely over the top, and I am going to be hosting a design class coming up very soon. You guys, I will leave a link down below, but I will share with you all of my tips and tricks on how I really sit down and think about designing a space. I've never done a class just about event decor or event design. And I am going to be spilling all of my secrets in this particular class. I'm not holding anything back because I've just never had the time to just really sit down and talk about nothing but design and decor. And that is what I'm going to be doing in my class. I will link my entire class schedule in the comments. I'll pin it in the comments, and I will also put them in the description box below. Now let's get into the detail on the bride and groom table. We actually incorporated all three colors with the napkins, and then I also painted those name place holders, and we added the cranberry, blush pink, and ivory napkins to their table. And the gorgeous napkin rings, as always, are from rosemorning.com. She wanted a very gardeny type feel. She did not like the rose balls, and so I absolutely love the really fresh and gardeny type feel on the head table or sweetheart table. And so another thing that I want to cover in design is that, you design in a way that from whatever direction the photographer or videographer is shooting from, there should be nothing but absolute complete beauty. And as you can see, I gave them so much to capture in this space. And that's another thing that I will be talking about in the class as well. Now, also, in addition to that, you want to make sure that the entire space kind of agrees with one another, and bringing the indoor elements outside, the outside elements indoors. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that with this gorgeous flower wall from rosemorning.com. I will leave the link to them down below. You guys, it is so beautiful. I love the cranberry and blush color mixed together in this flower wall, and it was definitely something that was a focal point for this wedding, because as people were leaving from the view where the wedding was held and coming up to where the reception was, they were able to stop and enjoy cocktail hour out on the veranda, take photos in front of this amazing flower wall, and so many memories were made, and it was definitely a focal point for the evening. Okay, you guys, so there you have it. I am going to stop talking here because I want to see how keen is your eye for detail in events. So I want you guys to list down in the comments the number of unique details or details that caught your eye. List them out down in the comments below, and I'm going to be chatting with you guys down there because I am interested to see how many of these details you were able to pick up on. And again, if you're interested in design, decor, or event planning, or earning an online certification, Lux Academy summer school schedule is in full swing. I am even offering the opportunity to be certified within 2 weeks. It is going to be an intense training, but if you do everything that is required, you can earn your certification in less than or within 2 weeks. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out rosemorning.com. Don't forget to check out Lux Academy at luxacademy.podia.com. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!